It's an overcast air that directs the air.
Okay, Dad.
Hey, hi, Jack Early.
Hello.
Hey, man.
Who is that?
Hey, you look at Danny Justice there.
Hello, Denny. How you doing?
All right, you.
Fine. Who's your other buddy?
Jerry Elton.
Jerry Nelson.
Yeah.
Elkins.
Elkins.
Yeah, you remember Jerry Elkins?
Where in the world you been, Jerry?
Right, everywhere.
I didn't know you were in a... Danny, I'm doing fine, Denny, or I wouldn't be in here.
That overcast wasn't there when you weren't here.
No, it wasn't out here.
Yeah, 9 left overcast up here. Where's Grandpa quit up here? Back down the Pacer track, went to number 7. He quit. Grandpa early went to number 7, back down there at 4 Fast Track. Police just left. They shut the mine down temporarily. Right here coming up is 9 left overcast. This overcast here, it's about 800 feet or less. You can be outside in Runyon's Branch, right across from Don Fields and Junior Goins' house.
Okay.
Okay, Dad.
You look up over top of it, you find my initials.
Yeah, they're in there several places. Dates and initials. You can see this area here, so there's no roof bolts in it either. It's just been shot out and graded for a high, so the locomotives can run on the main line.
We're about up to the top of the hill, old A-Rod.
I'll be up on top of your right at the foot of A-Rod Hill right now. You come out of this mud right here, you're right at the bottom of A-Rod Hill.
A-Rod Hill turns off. A-Rod turns off to the right up here.
Yeah.
There's some old equipment over now.
Tank up there. South Branch, Cub Runyon Station. We feed 4,160 volts underground and AC, and then we transport that into 4,000 or 300 volt DC. You see we got 3 lines. The far right line is the high voltage line, which is 4,160 volts. The middle line is the feeder line. And the trolley line is on the left.
Right here is where we lost the first man that, after I went to work in this coal mine here, a young man by the name of Akers jumped out of his motor. Evidently he had a fire in it or something, and he jumped out. He was by himself, and the motor run over him. That was back in the 60s.
Was that Ballard Akers' dad?
Yeah, young Akers married Arlen Jones's daughter.
Oh, yeah.
I forget his first name now. He was a fine young man. He's on the 3rd shift, and we found him laying dead right over there on the left. So the motor was a-rocking. Stopped.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll show you where another one out up here at 9 left. 9 right. He married Billy Akers. Billy. Yeah. Billy Jones.
Taken top, coal bed dip down underneath. They graded the track so there wouldn't be no big dip in it. We'll stop right up here, and I'll show you down where the coal seam is down over the side. Ease on up a little bit, Dave. Alright, hold it right there, man. But just a solid rock on the sides, across the top. And then you get over here and you look down in there, and the coal seam is down in there. This was dipped like this and graded so they wouldn't have a big dip in the track haulage system. Okay, Dave.
Right here was where Fred was talking about, wasn't it, Jack?
Yeah, right here.
As you can see, there's an occasional roof floating in this area. Because of the lamination of the rock. As we come out of here, we will go in an area where they took the top rock, top coal, abandoned rock, and then bottom coal. 9 left. No, around this sucker, no. This is probably
Right in there.
14 left.
Right there is where I run an old loading machine. The first ones ever come here, they was Clarksons. They loaded off on the track. We would tram that on the track with a nip and walk all the way up here to 9 right. And get a couple cuts of coal, and then we'd come back down, we'd go in here, and we drove ahead and air course over on that side and tied it in from where the dip that we just came through back there to get escapeway and airway into that portion of the mines. And I worked to run a load machine in there. I was a union man at that time. Let's go.
We're coming out from under the bottom rock. The house gets real high. That's a rider thing. It's a concrete rider with a band of rock over top of it. It's made it real high through here. This is probably never been good high. As you notice, they bolted the rider seam up and took the rock parting out in the coal. This is what we're getting ready to come upon is nine right. That thing right there is an ITE breaker. That checks the fault from the trolley system. It wants that if anything happens to the trolley wire, gets grounded to 300 volt DC line, it will knock the wire off instead of just burning it. The old days, the wire would burn. If it got grounded, and it would get so hot it would sag